Tanaquil is remembered as one of the most remarkable female figures in the early history of Rome. According to Roman tradition, she was an Etruscan noblewoman and the wife of Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, the fifth king of Rome. Her story is mainly preserved in the works of ancient historians, especially Livy, Titus Livius. In these accounts, Tanaquil is portrayed not only as a queen, but also as a woman of great intelligence, political awareness, and strong influence. Her role provides important insight into the influence of Etruscan elites in early Rome and into the political dynamics of the Roman monarchy. Tanaquil came from the Etruscan city of Tarquinia, one of the most important centres of Etruscan civilization. Tarquinia was known for its powerful aristocratic families and its strong cultural traditions. Growing up in this environment, Tanaquil was believed to have been well educated in Etruscan religious practices and divination traditions. In Etruscan culture, interpreting signs from the gods, especially through observing the sky and the flight of birds, was considered extremely important. Ancient sources emphasize that Tanaquil possessed knowledge of these sacred traditions and was skilled at interpreting omens. One of the most important moments in Tanaquil's life was her influence on her husband Lucumo, later Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, when he decided to move to Rome. According to Roman tradition, Lucumo had been born in Tarquinia but struggled to gain full acceptance within Etruscan aristocratic society because of his mixed background. Tanaquil believed that he could achieve greater success elsewhere. She encouraged him to seek opportunity in Rome, which at that time was a growing and ambitious city where talented outsiders could rise to power. A famous story associated with this journey illustrates Tanaquil's reputation as an interpreter of divine signs. According to tradition, while travelling to Rome, an eagle swooped down, removed Lucumo's cap from his head, flew upward, and then placed it back on his head. Tanaquil interpreted this event as a message from the gods, indicating that her husband was destined for greatness. This story reflects the Etruscan practice of augury, the interpretation of divine will through signs in nature. After arriving in Rome, Lucumo changed his name to Lucius Tarquinius and gradually rose within Roman society. Tanaquil played an important role in this process. Ancient writers describe her as someone who supported her husband's ambitions and helped him adapt to Roman political life. Eventually, Lucius Tarquinius became king of Rome and ruled as Tarquinius Priscus. During his reign, several major public works were begun in Rome, including projects traditionally associated with the expansion of the Circus Maximus and the construction of the Cloaca Maxima, the city's great drainage system. Tanaquil's political influence became even more visible after the death of Tarquinius Priscus. According to Roman tradition, the king was assassinated by political enemies. Tanaquil acted quickly to prevent instability in the city. She initially concealed the king's death and announced that he had only been wounded. At the same time, she declared that the king had instructed Servius Tullius, who was his son-in-law, to govern temporarily. This strategy allowed Servius Tullius to consolidate power and eventually become the next king of Rome. The rise of Servius Tullius is connected with another famous story involving Tanaquil. Ancient sources recount that when Servius was still a child, a mysterious flame appeared around his head while he was sleeping, yet it did not harm him. Tanaquil interpreted this event as a divine sign that he was destined for greatness. Because of this omen, she protected him and ensured that he was raised within the royal household. Later, Servius Tullius indeed became the sixth king of Rome. The story of Tanaquil also reflects broader cultural differences between Etruscan and Roman societies. In Etruscan culture, women appear to have held a more visible and influential role in social life, compared with the more restricted position of women in later Roman society. Archaeological evidence, including tomb paintings and inscriptions, suggests that Etruscan women participated actively in public and family life. Tanaquil's portrayal as a politically active and influential woman may reflect these cultural traditions. In conclusion, Tanaquil is remembered as one of the most powerful women in early Roman tradition. Her story illustrates not only the life of a queen, but also the broader influence of Etruscan aristocracy on Roman politics, the importance of divination in ancient belief systems, and the complex political maneuvering that characterized the Roman monarchy. Through her intelligence, religious knowledge, and political skill, Tanaquil became a central figure in the legendary history of Rome's early kings.